Let's keep going. Watch Miki making you a new Avi yesterday so I can go study for finals. No, I'm not going to watch it yet. We'll get to that at the fucking LSF segment. I'm sure it's on LSF. You're going to get in big trouble, bro, for revealing that.
Hello, Hassan. Hope your day is going great. 2 months, Pog.
So, that pack already exists? I don't believe this shit.
Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Oh, they've made billboards. Purdue Loeffler didn't deliver for Trump. Don't deliver for them. Paid for and approved by the Really American PAC. I don't believe that this is real. We are now less than $47,000 away from being able to blanket Trump counties. First of all, why would you operate through Act Blue? Are you fucking stupid? This is not what I mean. Like, this is dumb as fuck. Also, this looks like a fake ad. The Georgia GOP has now issued 3 statements attacking us. You can help us double down with a retweet. Yeah, these are grifters, I think. But what if you were to truly do that? What you're supposed to do, is like build out a super PAC that is not using fucking Act Blue as a way to fundraise when everybody thinks Act Blue is like PayPal for communism. You know what I mean? Anyway. I saw a picture of one of the billboards on Reddit. Looked pretty real, but who knows nowadays? No, there's nothing wrong with Act Blue, but if you're trying to build a fucking secret, you guys need to get it through your thick skull that Hassan is part of the elite 1%. He makes millions of dollars a year and would benefit from installing socialism, communism, as he would have unrestrained access through the authoritarian governmental power that he can just bribe for using his money. Wow. He was right. That's what I was doing. That's why I deleted him. Anyway, so Trump has called Georgia governor to pressure him for help overturning Biden's win in the state. President Trump called Georgia Governor Brian Kemp on Saturday morning to urge him to persuade the state legislature to overturn President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the state and asked for governor to order an audit of absentee ballot signatures, the latest brazen effort by the president to interfere in the 2020 election. It's dumb as fuck. This was hours before he was scheduled to hold a rally in Georgia on behalf of the state's 2 GOP senators. That's when he did this. Okay. Kemp has declined the entreaty from Trump, according to the person. The governor later referenced this conversation with Trump in a midday tweet, noting that he told the president that he'd already publicly advocated for a signature audit. Cody Hall, Kemp's spokesman, confirmed the 2 men spoke. Trump campaign spokesman Tim Murtaugh declined to comment. Latest example of Trump's extraordinary personal effort to overturn Biden's win comes as his legal team has met with resounding failure in its attempts to use the courts to upend the election. On Friday, the president and his allies suffered legal defeats in 6 states. So we are in the final process. We're in the final stage of this process where he is, what is it, like 1 in fucking 46 or some shit? And now he is like literally just going to the state legislatures directly to try to see that if they will overturn the results. It's of course not going to happen. It's ridiculous. It's probably, I mean, it's unconstitutional. I don't know if it's illegal or not, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's illegal, nothing happens to presidents, and also nothing will happen to presidents once they're no longer president. So don't keep your hopes up if you think that like we are going to prosecute Donald Trump and his cronies. Now, why will we not prosecute Donald Trump and his cronies? Well, here's part of the reason why we won't. It's not illegal to make these requests. Okay, well, here's why we're not going to prosecute Donald Trump and his cronies. Because his cronies encompass the entirety of the Republican Party. Washington Post surveyed all 249 Republicans in the House and Senate. Only 25 would acknowledge that Joe Biden is president-elect. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Why, like, just 27, sorry, not 25, just 27 congressional Republicans have acknowledged Biden's win, Washington Post survey finds. Now, most of these people refuse to comment on it. And the reason why they refuse to comment on it is because they don't want, like, they don't want to put themselves at risk. Trump has this galvanizing effect. He is ironically, an organizer of the white working class members and also rich white dipshits too, who are like really fucking racist. He's very good at bringing them together and wielding them against the rest of the Republican Party, which many of the people do not want to get primaried by some other psycho. So that's part of the reason. But the other part of the reason is because Republicans, and these are professional Republicans, right? Like the respectable Republicans, have also always been on board with these sorts of lies. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the entire voter suppression argument relies upon a narrative that the Republicans have crafted around election integrity. It's not new. I mean, Paul Ryan talked about the integrity of the California results and called into question the California results because they were taking too long. In 2018, Republicans have done this for many years. It's not new. This is just a logical conclusion, right? They've been doing this. They did this in fucking the year 2000. And ever since then, they've doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on this notion that elections are constantly being stolen by the demon rats. And that is one way, if not the only way, that they can justify some of these vote suppression initiatives. Voter ID being one of them, closing poll stations, signature matching, any number of different ways that Republicans routinely try to get people to not vote because they see that as a method to win elections. Paul Ryan criticized how long it takes to count votes in CA, not that it was corrupt, rigged. No, you know what the fuck he said. He absolutely cast doubt on the California vote counting. Don't fucking cape for Paul Ryan, bitch. What the fuck do you mean? What is this idiotic take? Paul Ryan criticized how long it takes to count votes in CA, not that it was corrupt, rigged. No, he did that to fucking cast doubt. Don't cape for Paul Ryan. What are you doing? And Paul Ryan stands in the chat. The reason why I use Paul Ryan is because he is regarded as a very serious person by the National Democratic Party. They act like he is, of a different era of Republican politics. Ben me too you pussy. Amına kodumun solcusu olmayan beynini sikeyim görmezden gelme lan. Yeah, he's just trying to get attention. Little Turkish right-winger chud trying to get attention. Who gives a fuck? So these guys have always cast doubt and will continue to cast doubt on the integrity of the elections so that they can advance their psychotic fucking agenda of vote suppression. So this is all but a logical extension of that. So do not be confused. Do not be shocked. Okay? That this is happening. They're always going to do this. They always have done this. And they will continue to do this. This is just scary to consider because you have a more competent person that is still able to tap into the idiotic reactionary elements in American society like Donald Trump was able to, but maintain a level of competence and not come across as a polarizing figure that could potentially harm the integrity of the Republican Party, down the line, well, that person will, without a doubt, get the full-throated support of the Republican Party as well. And this is just a signal for that happening in the future. Okay? Feel like you guys are bored of the politics. Should I just switch over and just go directly into reacts? I mean, you're literally fucking spamming weird shit. Like, is this like XQC's chat right now? What's happening? I mean, it's Saturday. We don't have to go too deep into politics, but it feels like you're being kind of like babies right now. One last thing, it's fun. What is this? Oh, Rudy Giuliani's crazy witness in the Michigan election hearing was just off probation for harassing her boyfriend's ex by sending her graphic videos of them having sex. Oh my God, what a fucking hero, dude. Oh, what a fucking hero. What a legend, dude. This is exactly the... This is exactly the fucking kind of psycho that the Republican Party needed. Oh, I clocked this fucking psycho Karen energy from the jump. Midwestern women, dude. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. They're just fucking with it, dude. They are just with it.
When are you playing Bugsnax?
They're with it because they're not with it. You know what I mean? These are big fan. Big fan of all of that. Anyway. So, you've done barely any actual news this entire week. Is there not that much going on, or what's the deal? How many minutes should I give this dude? Actually, I'm not going to ban him. I'm not going to ban him, but you're a fucking clown, okay? Go consume NPR. Don't come back here again if that's your take. It's insane. Like, I literally fucking talk about politics for 5 hours every day. Nearly 5, 6, 7 hours. Like, it's probably your fault that you think I don't talk about politics. And the reason why you think I don't talk about fucking politics is because you come in here on the tail end of my news coverage and you get fucking upset. He's right? Okay, never mind. Give that mods. Whoever was the first person who said that, I would give him at least 4 hours too. Anyone who agrees with him gets longer than that too. Maybe 10.
Love you so much at Hasanabi. Thanks for all you do.
Ego Andy, that's a 1 week.
Hassle.
Gotta clean this community up a little bit. I'm not your like news slave, bitch. Like, it's Saturday. God damn. Anyway, here, this is the last thing I'm gonna show you as far as like before we get into reactions. No, I'm serious. It's so triggering when like I literally fucking cover the news for at least 5 hours every fucking day, and then dipshits come in here and they're like, dude, you barely cover news. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, go find another fucking streamer who streams 10 hours every fucking day.
Are growing up in
5 to 6 of it being just all fucking news.
An idiot and doing idiotic things. It's almost like Trump is raising a generation of Democrats.
So this is my place, the Pineapple Hill Grill and Saloon. If you go to my page, you can see all the work I did for outdoor dining, for tables being 7 feet apart. And I come in today because I'm organizing a protest, and I came in to get stuff for that. And I walk into my parking lot, and obviously Mayor Garcetti has approved this. Has approved this being set up for a movie company. I'm losing everything. Everything I own is being taken away from me. And they set up a movie company right next to my outdoor patio, which is right over here. And people wonder why I'm protesting and why I have had enough. They have not given us money and they have shut us down. We cannot survive. My staff cannot survive. Look at this. Tell me that this is dangerous, but right next to me as a slap in my face.
Okay, so there's 2 points to make here. Obviously, a fucking production company is not serving random people food, and they get insanely, like, they get tested out the ass because they have the money to do that. Like, this is not a business serving random people off the street. This is a business serving their employees food. So that's one thing. But having said that, it's still completely unacceptable to not give her financial compensation and her employees financial compensation in this time of need. Okay? And that's because, like, those aren't fucking random, white lady tears. Okay? It's easy to just be like, she's a Karen or a Chud. Doesn't matter what her fucking political background is. And I'm sure Republicans are probably jerking off at the thought of, like, using this as agitprop, as they have so far. But that does not change the reality that people are fucking suffering. Okay? Craft services don't get tested more than the next guy. That's not true. Every person that even touches a fucking Hollywood production, every aspect of it, they get tested out the fucking dick, dude. Like, LA has some pretty fucking strict rules around that. But regardless, and most places do.
Hey Hassie, thanks for getting me through the craziness.
I work in TV and film, and crews get tested 3 times a week. Yeah, they don't. There is no.
I love you as well, chat hassle hassle.
Wait, really? Yahtzee local? We don't. I did not know that, but most film productions that I'm aware of, or TV productions that I'm aware of, that I have friends that are on set, get hella tested. I'm working in production. It's kind of annoying how many productions don't get tested. Yeah. Isn't there any COVID oversight body that comes in and makes sure? My anecdotal evidence is that they do get fucking tested like crazy. At least 3 times a week is what I've heard. And they also have, like, rigorous social distancing rules and shit like that. There's extensive guidelines. Anyway, the difference is having any guidelines that people could potentially follow versus no guidelines whatsoever, because you can't have guidelines for your fucking local business, and having people come in while getting tested or not tested is entirely different. So, anecdotal KW, I mean, there's nothing I don't know if there's any fucking empirical evidence on, like, I don't know if there's any empirical evidence on, like, how many film sets and film crews have had COVID tests. The point is, it's better than a fucking chicken factory, okay?
SKS, so fine.
The amount of testing on a show isn't determined by the union, it's determined by the production company. Oh, got it. Apparently it's a dumbass TikTok influencer movie. No, this is not that. That's the Union Station one. That was really fucked up. That's entirely different. And again, there is a lot of criticism. There is a lot of fucking criticism to be made about there's a lot of criticism to be made about the way that like so many of these supposedly liberal woke fucking admins have fucked over regular working class folks and have you know danced around the rules for those who have a lot of money. Now, the broader point is that in California and New York, obviously impose rules on regular businesses and normal people, while mayors and large businesses carry on life as normal and we profit from this. So that's what I'm frustrated by. It's understandable, of course, that like grocery chains are going to have to be, they're going to have to stay open, or else we don't get food and we die. So clearly, you still need to have grocery stores open. Like that's not the liberal agenda for Big Kroger or Big Ralph's or Big Walmart. It's just, please have a brain. Okay? But also, having said that, these people should not suffer. Like, small businesses should not suffer. People that work in small businesses, in the service industry, should not suffer. And yet they do. And the reason why they do, bro, we need shit TV shows are essential. No. It's not just essential businesses are open. Guys, in California, nail salons are still open. What the fuck are you talking about? Essential businesses. Did you guys see the new fucking LA County guidelines? It's like you're not allowed to fucking walk outdoors. You're not allowed to drive. All travel is prohibited if you live in LA County. But the gyms are still open as long as they're outdoors gyms. And I go to the gym, you know, still in the mornings before I start my stream. So the guidelines are fucking insane. Like, indoors nail salons are open. So no, nothing is closed. Except for restaurants. Restaurants have been shut down, and restaurants are now forced to only do takeout again. Now, part of the reason, and people from different households are technically not allowed in each other's homes, yeah. So, what are you getting your nails done for? I'm not, motherfucker. I bite my nails. You know, this is my nail salon right here. The problem is, going to the gym is hyperreactical. Just because you have bad government does not infroke the law, does not mean you should do bad stuff, my dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway. You go to the gym because you know you're not financially in a bad place and don't have to worry about getting COVID? Man, I live with my fucking mom. What are you talking about? I go to a gym that is completely outdoors. There's indoor gyms that are open. There's private gyms that are indoors that I could probably pay for. I know some of the owners of those gyms and go for fucking free if I wanted to. And yet I don't. Do you want to know why I don't? Because I live with my mom. I don't want to fucking give her COVID. The only reason why I go to this one is because it's outdoors. Entirely outdoors. Entirely. And everyone is wearing a mask. No fucking... There's no like taking the mask off. None of that.
So for saying it is
nothing.
Our 6-month anniversary.
And there's still a risk.
Your favorite pic of us on your
the alternative is I fucking die. That chick, Melissa Crone, had her emails traced to her personal IP address and still told the police they were wrong. She's fine with lying to the law? What do you mean? The local small businesses where I live in Minnesota are fucking screaming at Governor Walz about shutting them down on social media. But when you go, yeah, man, I feel you. They should be compensating your lack of income. They turn and go, and what? Become dependent on the fucking government, brother? I'm no welfare queen. They don't even trust themselves, that government. Dude, it's just fucking peasant brain, dude. That's it. That's what it is. I honestly don't know how to deal with that. Where it's like, hey, dumbass, you know, Costco or Walmart or any number of these like fucking big grocery chains, like they're taking the subsidies. As a matter of fact, not only are they taking the subsidies, they're demanding it. Meanwhile, you're like, no, I don't even want the government subsidies. You're fucking idiot. Of course they roll over you, dude. You're an idiot. Like, you are so fucking stupid that you very actively and very deliberately advocate against your best interest. And it's because you're stupid, okay? If you do that, you're a stupid person. You should absolutely demand money from your government, especially right now. They can't tell you to shut shit down and not fucking compensate you. It's so dumb. Everywhere around the fucking world, governments are shutting down and they're giving money. Maybe not the most amount of money, but they're giving something to you. Here in America, we're not even doing a whole shutdown. We're doing a half-hearted shutdown. Some of the small businesses are fucked over. ICUs are still getting maxed out. And then on top of that, it's like small businesses are fucked over. At this stage, it might even be better if you don't give a fuck about people dying. Like, it might even be better not to fucking shut it down. But we do give a fuck about the people dying. Of course we do. And that's precisely why you still have to shut it down. So when you get angry, and I've been saying this for almost a fucking year now. I've been saying this for a year since the fucking I need to get my hair done protests happened in the beginning that were absolutely fucking astroturf by Republicans. Everywhere in the world they are giving money, cries in Brazilian. The fuck do you mean? Even in Brazil, Bolsonaro was completely against any sort of fucking financial compensation for the working class in Brazil. And even in fucking Brazil, they're still giving help to the people. And not only that, but apparently, despite the fact that he's been horrible, like absolutely horrible, worse than fucking Donald Trump, Bolsonaro's approval rating has increased. No, they are not. Yeah, am I?
Just wanted to say that I love your streams and this amazing community.
The articles that I read. Are the articles that I read just completely incorrect? They're just lying to us in outside of Brazil. They are, but it ends this month. Yeah. Why do I know more? You are mistaken. I am from Brazil. How many fucking Brazilians do I know more than about their own fucking country's financial compensation? What the fuck? Oh my God, look at these animals, dude. You're an animal, dude. When you write this, Bolsonaro's addiction to COVID cash could make Brazil go bust. Like, dude, there's nothing more disgusting. Bolsonaro is a fascist. Like, he's disgusting. He's a horrible monster. He's a dictator. He's a fascist. I hate him. And yet, like, a white Western neoliberal writing for fucking Bloomberg Opinion, just by this title alone, is still a bigger demon than an actual fucking fascist, dude. Bolsonaro has not increased in popularity. Almost all of his allies lost the elections last month. I mean, his popularity was so fucking in the pooper that if I'm not mistaken, like any sort of marginal increase has been good for him. Again, Bolsonaro, just like the fucking Republican Party here, refused to give money to people and ended up giving some stimulus. The Brazilians watching your stream are not the kind of people who would know anything about emergency payments. Addicted to having your basic needs met. Yeah. Latin America responded ambitiously, if not efficiently, to the coronavirus pandemic, with many countries spreading cash, credit, and tax deferrals to the vulnerable companies and households. The emergency stimulus has injected bountiful resources into listing economies. 12% of gross domestic product for Peru, 18% in Brazil, 5% in Argentina, and help those who are already struggling. Brazil is both a cautionary tale for the transition ahead and a standout. Having entered the pandemic with far more spending power than its overextended hemispheric peers, the nation of 210 million is now patient zero for the giving trap. President Jair Bolsonaro, a committed pandemic skeptic, was a reluctant convert to emergency bailouts, lowballing the federal cash offer at the beginning of the outbreak. Then, with the economy careening and loath to be outdone by a famously check-kiting Congress, he tripled the ante, raising the emergency assistance offer threefold and around to $108 a month. Female heads of households draw double that amount. Motherfuckers talking about the giving trap, dude. Well, what? It's okay for you to compare him to a fascist human rights abuser? Yeah. Imagine being on the fucking right of a fascist human rights abuser who, at least at some level, has recognized that this is going to help his popularity among the masses. Can you imagine living in the comfort of your fucking home as a neoliberal writer for Bloomberg Opinion, saying, you know, Bolsonaro, the real fear that Bolsonaro is entering here is not like his complete mishandling of COVID, his COVID denial, and all that, but it's the giving trap. And by the way, it wasn't even him. He didn't even want to do this. It was Congress. It's just like fucking what happened in America. Donald Trump didn't want to give any money. Republicans certainly don't want to give any money to the American people. And through public pressure and through Congress, they ultimately arrived at a compromise where they gave, you know, gorillions of dollars to the corporations, and they gave you some crumbs, right? And then the Republicans took credit for it. And the same with fucking Bolsonaro. Oh boy, $108? He's really raising the bar. I mean, guys, I'm not saying this is good. I'm not saying it's enough. But you're ridiculous if you think that, like, the real problem in fucking Bolsonaro's COVID recovery is the giving trap. And also $108 is a decent amount. It's a decent amount in Brazil. It's not great, but my mom lost her job due to COVID, and that money really helped us. See? So, anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that even Bolsonaro did this shit. Okay? And he benefited from it a little bit. And the people that are telling me that Bolsonaro has not risen in popularity as a consequence of these fucking stimulus checks that he himself personally was against, but now is not. Well, I think you're wrong. So we got to do something. Also, we got to do something here in America, and it's understandable that these people are fucking resentful of the government because we're not doing anything. You can't tell people to shut down their businesses. You can't tell people that they can't go to Applebee's anymore. Okay, his popularity's back to 35%. No, it's 39 when I read it. The article I read said his popularity was at 39%, which is high for him. So The point is this. You got to give these people something. I've been saying this for a fucking year. Even since the beginning of the pandemic, when they were doing the I need to get my haircut shutdown protests that were astroturfed by the Republican Party, I kept saying the same thing. There is a reasonable argument to be made here. These people are not making it because they're fucking stupid. They're only making an argument against, like, you know, opening up small businesses. What they should do instead is use that anger for more productive needs. Use that anger towards the government that is not giving them money. Okay? You get it? It's not just about not being able to get your haircut or your nails done. Yeah, I think this was what I read. Yeah, see, the number of Brazilians rate as government is great or good has risen to 40% from 29 in December, while those that view it as bad as terrible has dropped from 29% to 38 in the previous poll. Those that do not approve of Bolsonaro's government has dropped from 41 now from 53% in December. Like his popularity has risen since the stimulus. So wouldn't the best option here send care packages, not just money? Please don't yell at me. I wouldn't yell at you for that. No, money is the best option here. No, Bolsonaro's approval his disapproval has gone lower and his approval has gone higher. Libs are the type of people who do not give a struggling person money because they'd spend it on drugs and never think twice about even talking to them. Melbourne, Australia to Sydney, Australia is the second largest flight path in the world. Zero COVID. Please look at this. Trump's popularity rose after a $1,200 check too. Yeah.
Appreciates your work, man.
In large part to the emergency payments. Read. I did read it. I've talked about it already. That's just proof. There's just further fucking proof. Anyway. So the big problem is that our leaders have failed us. They tell us to fucking stay indoors, and then they go and do their weird, like, eyes wide shut fuck seminars. They tell us to stay indoors, that you can't go see fucking grandpa and grandma, or else you'll kill them. And there is truth to that, by the way. But then they go fucking see their grandma and grandpa. They tell us that, you know, your businesses can't reopen. And therefore, the people that work at those businesses can't fucking work. And then they don't have a problem fucking shutting down Union Station so that they can create a TikTok gender swapped all that. And that's where they're doing the COVID testing. The only place where Union Station is the only place where you can actually get COVID tested within a vicinity of public transit. So so of course people are going to get agitated. Of course people are going to get fucking agitated. Of course they're going to get riled up. And I really wish that they would use this anger in a productive manner rather than unproductive, idiotic shit. The productive way to get angry here is to say, why the fuck haven't you given us anything? Why haven't you given us compensation for our lost wages? You give subsidies to businesses that are in operation right now. You want to give them liability protection, but you won't give us fucking money. That's insane. So sorry, there was a big delay, and at the time you skipped the main paragraph that literally said word for word what you were saying. Yeah. For those who laughed at Brazil's $108, America's $1,200 over 11 months is $109 per month. GG Americans. And now these states don't have funds to even fund their like regular fucking programs. They don't have enough funds for unemployment insurance, so that's going away. In the absence of a second stimulus, there's no money to fucking pay people.
It's being streamed by NTD News. I did some research and it looks like NTD was founded in China. Is that true?
Watch all your videos. I love your. There's currently a victory rally for Trump and GA, and that's being streamed by NTD News. I did some research, and it was founded in China. Is that true? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's like Epoch Times. I think it's like that one fucking Chinese oligarch billionaire who's like anti-CCP, who funded NTD, and that's the same guy that. It's like a cult too. They're like psycho. I'm currently in Brazil. My brother is currently in the U.S. He's statistically more likely to catch COVID than me. Situation here is still fucked up, though. Yeah.
Paying student loans.
Epoch does profile and gong propaganda in Canada as well. Yeah. How do you... It's not a cult? Nice Chinese propaganda? Wait, the Falun Gong is not a cult? Fuck you mean it's not a cult? It's like saying the MEK are communists in Iran. Listen, motherfucker. Just because I agree that, like, you know, China has re-education camps and is engaging in cultural genocide does not mean that I'm gonna fucking sit here and be like the Falun Gong are not a cult. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yo, this is what I mean with like. That's what China says to justify taking their organs, but I guess that's cool. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god, yo, these people are fucking. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, no. America suspiciously does not have a history of aligning with like reactionary fucking ultra Christian or ultra nationalist or fucking psychotic cults all around the fucking world. Yes, it is. CCP can both suck and Falun Gong can also be toxic, both can be bad at the same time. I mean, they're fucking insane. And that's not a tanky take, by the way. Saying Falun Gong's a cult is not a tanky take. Why would you fucking side with them?
Streams or videos,
so what? Are you saying that like fucking Epoch Times is a good distributor of news and NTD is as well? The guy that fucking the guy that got fucking clapped, the Steve Bannon was caught on the fucking yacht of, like, he's a good dude? Like, that's what you're saying? Like, these are good guys? Like, who are you aligning yourself with, dude? In your fucking fervor against the Chinese Communist Party? Like, who do you find yourself aligning with? What America does is not relevant? Are the Uyghur camps justified because some did terrorist attacks in China? No, of course not, motherfucker. I've never said... Yo, hello, dude. You are 1000% saying things that I am completely not on board with. And the only reason why you can say this... The only reason why you can say this is because you have no fucking counter. Yikes, dude. Why did I get Epoch Times mailers? I get so many stupid ads from them. Holy shit, my dude. What the fuck?
King.
Like... Falun Gong is a standard minor in Chinese, was founded by the leader Li Hongji in China in the early 1990s. Today's Falun Gong maintains an informal headquarters in Dragon Springs, a 400-acre. It emerged towards the end of China's Qigong boom, a period that saw a proliferation of similar practice of meditation. Okay, I don't think this is going to say anything fucking controversial or horrible. I fucking doubt that they're going to... You've cultivated too many tankies, LMAO. The enemy of my enemy is a fucking cult leader? Yeah, no, it's... That's why I used MEK as an example. It's like saying MEK is a communist movement and not like, again, another psychopathic far-right fucking cult that is against the Iranian government. The Iranian government is not good. You're not going to catch me fucking defending. You're not going to catch me defending what the fucking Iranian government has done. It's a psychotic theocracy, right? But America's allies in that are America's allies in that endeavor are MEK. Okay? So they try to make it seem like MEK is actually reasonable. I heard you defend Iran law when you yelled at the violent person in Darken 3. What? Demography, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay. Media campaign. Wait, let me just see. Let me just skip some of this. There might be some fucked up shit here. Hold on. Dharma ending period, symbols, organization within China, history inside China. I don't care. Persecution. Yeah, political involvement. Let's look at that. Since 1999, numerous Western governments and human rights organizations have expressed condemnation of Chinese government suppression of Falun Gong. Since 1999, members of the United States Congress have made public pronouncements and introduced several resolutions in support of Falun Gong. In 2010, U.S. House of Representatives called for an immediate end to the campaign to persecute, intimidate, imprison, and torture Falun Gong practitioners, condemned the Chinese authorities in efforts to distribute false propaganda. Their political involvement. Epoch Times and Shenyun. The performance art group Shenyun and the media organization the Epoch Times are the major outreach organizations of Falun Gong. Both promote the spiritual and political teachings of Falun Gong. They and a variety of other organizations such as NTD, the New Tang Dynasty Television, operate as extensions of Falun Gong. Big time Trump supporters, by the way, that also consistently fucking engage in alt-right conspiracy theories. But hey, they fucking hate China, so they're our friends now. We should just align with the Nazis to, you know, kill commies, right? That's what your big brain processing power is doing. Dude, if anyone... Mons, can you nuke the donate to Wikipedia Pogos, please? Please, give him like a good 10 minutes, at least. Just a good 10 minutes. No, keep loading it up. Load it up, baby. Keep saying it. Keep spamming it. Thank you.
Keep preaching, bro.
I'll do another one. This time for 20 minutes. Nazis are more closely aligned with the USSR than the US, but whatever. That's not even fucking remotely true, you fucking bitch. I love when people say, oh, the Molotov-Ribbentrop, I'm gonna fuck it up. Ribbentrop pact, but then purposely fucking refuse to acknowledge appeasement is so insane. Ribbentrop. Okay. Fuck you. It's difficult for me to say. The claim that Molotov-Robocop Act, the claim that the USSR aligned with Nazis while literally purposely avoiding speaking of appeasement is perhaps the grossest way that you can engage in historic revisionism. Okay? USSR clapped more Nazi ass cheeks than America did. Sucks to suck, but it's the fucking truth. Okay? That's one. Two, we literally fucking snuck in Nazi scientists and hired them after the fact. So what the fuck are you talking about? Also, there was plenty of fucking populist movement within the United States that wanted to side with the Nazis. Literally Google Madison Square Garden Nazi protest to find out more.
Lol, I did not mean to rile up Twitch chat. NTD is far-right propaganda spreading fake news.
Also Henry Ford, yeah.
Isn't it dangerous that Trump is holding victory rallies? It's scary that there are millions that believe he legit won.
Here in Chile, I went to a private Christian academy with Shen Yun performing arts. Kids do a performance art and then spew anti-CCP rhetoric. Fun times. I miss high school. Go read a book about the Bush family and tell me which country was more aligned with the Nazis, dude. Jesus Christ. Well, fucking, you look at the Kochs and their pappy, they aligned with both sides. I always mix Falun Gong up with Shinrikyo cult. That's how not a cult Falun Gong is. Anyway. Okay, it's top of the hour. Every hour there's a 60-second ad break.
I'm on an insane amount of shrooms right now, just here to send some good vibes before I drift back off into watching random nature videos.
As a Chinese American, Falun Gong is literally a cult and money scamming org. LMAO, my parents hate them. No, dude, this white guy in my chat said it was good because the CIA told him it was good. So how dare you? Shut the fuck up, Chinese man. What do you know? I bet you're a secret CCP spy. I'm a liberal, by the way. My AP comparative government textbook just described Falun Gong as a widespread religious movement that incorporated yoga techniques. Imagine my shock when I did more research into it because I had to write an entire essay about it. Yeah. Anyway, so where were we? We were still doing... Oh, fuck, I gotta run the ad. I'm gonna run the ad. If you want to avoid the ads, you can subscribe or not. I don't give a shit. All right. Okay. Both Shen Yun and Epoch Times are funded and operated by members of Falun Gong, a controversial spiritual group that was banned by China's government in 1999. A controversial spiritual group. Falun Gong melds traditional Taoist principles with occasionally bizarre pronouncements from its Chinese-born founder and leader, Li Hongzhi. Among other pronouncements, Li has claimed that aliens started invading human minds in the beginning of the 20th century, leading to mass corruption and the invention of computers. He has also denounced feminism and homosexuality and claimed he can walk through walls and levitate. But the central tenet of the group's wide-ranging belief system is its fierce opposition to communism. Wow! But listen, they're the good guys because they oppose communism. So it doesn't matter if they do all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. Anyway, in 2000, Li founded Epoch Times to disseminate Falun Gong talking points to American readers. 6 years later, he launched Shen Yun as another vehicle to promote his teachings to mainstream Western audiences. Over the years, Shen Yun and Epoch Times, while nominally separate organizations, have operated in tandem in Falun Gong's ongoing PR campaign against the Chinese government, taking directions from Li. Despite its conservative agenda, Epoch Times took pains until recently to avoid wading into partisan U.S. politics. That all changed in June 2015 after Donald Trump descended on a golden escalator to announce his presidential candidacy, proclaiming that he beat China all the time. In Trump, Falun Gong saw more than just an ally. It was a savior. As a former Epoch Times editor told NBC News, the group's leaders believe that Trump was sent by heaven to destroy the Communist Party. Sounds like a bunch of good guys, I think. Sounds like a bunch of good guys. Falun Gong extensions have also been active in promoting the European alt-right. The exact financial and structural connection between Falun Gong and Shen Yun and Epoch Times remains unclear, according to NBC News. The Epoch Media Group, along with Shen Yun, a dance troupe known for its ubiquitous advertising and unsettling performances, make up the outreach effort of Falun Gong, a relatively new spiritual practice that combines ancient Chinese... we already looked at that. We already talked about that. Their digital production company, NTD, and the heavily advertised dance troupe in Shen Yun make up nonprofit network that Li calls Our Media. Financial documents paint a complicated picture of more than a dozen technically separate organizations that appear to share missions, money, and executives through the source of their revenues. Though the source of their revenue is unclear, the most recent financial records from each organization paint a picture of an overall business thriving in the Trump era. They aren't a cult, you idiot. CCP bad. Stop being so blinded by our communist brain rotting due to the radiation of Chernobyl and sweatshops. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like saying NXIVM was just a multi-level marketing that taught people self-confidence and corporate leadership skills. It is exactly like saying that. But this shit works real well. My mom told me she gets unbiased news from Epoch Times the other day. Yeah, exactly. Hey, no, dude, keep defending this. Keep defending these fucking psychopathic cult leaders that are literally poisoning your parents' brains into loving Donald Trump because, you know, CCP bad communism bad, and these guys are your allies because they are. Yeah, all of this is a lie, by the way. I can't believe they even would write this much about a fucking anti-communist cult. I can't even understand how this much of this was even written in American media, because again, there is definitely manufacturing consent, and that dictates that our allies in our ongoing and some would even say holy and righteous war against communism all around the world can never do wrong. Like, so of course. Cool, the 1913 MSG Madison Square Garden rally. Terrible, wild. Yeah. Shenyun is super advertised in the Bay Area. There are radio and TV commercials, billboards, ads, and buses. Yeah, I know they are, because can we also talk about how their logo is literally swastika? Yeah, that's fucking other. That's the real swastika, though. I'm not gonna fucking hold that. I'm not gonna hold that against them. My girlfriend's Taiwanese, so she talks shit about China all she can. Even she said Taiwanese hate Falun Gong and trying to shut them down. Said the members weird you out on physical level, teach different ways of walking, talking, serious, call freaky shit. Dude, there's a lot of, I see that there's a lot of communist agents in my chat that are continuing on with the propaganda of Falun Gong, which is propaganda that Falun Gong is a cult, when they're just a bunch of good guys going against the bad guys. Clearly. I'm shocked at how many people that have had personal experiences with their parents getting fucking brain poisoning from their media outlets, and shocked that I'm even mentioning all of this, and yet so many of you are upset. I mean, it was actually one person. It's funny because the actual CCP represses actual leftists all the time. Yeah, except they're never going to fucking get support from the CIA. Like, the CIA is not going to have fucking Maoists and shit on their side. Like, that's not going to happen. The CIA is not going to have like real communist fucking leftist movements in China, which do exist from time to time. They're not going to fucking back those people up, though. And the reason why they're not going to back those people up is because they want to murder those people as well. CCP does not repress any leftists, though. CCP are leftists. Okay, bro. You know, as long as they're not separatists. How is Emiki not communist? Not want to say you are wrong. I don't know your reasoning. Just because someone says they're fucking communist doesn't mean that they're actually communist. The MEK is not a real communist organization, okay? They are also a fucking psychotic cult. They are the Falun Gong of Iran. The irony there is, like, both Iran and China are with much different fucking levels of power, obviously, in their own ways. Complex systems of governance that have a lot of fucked up shit that they do to their own citizens, and some fucked up shit that they do worldwide. Ultimately, though, not as bad as what the United States does on a regular basis. Having said that, however, we constantly fucking align with the psychotic far right extremists in both of these countries that are cults oftentimes.